Every year, millions around the world dream of moving to the United States, a land often viewed as the ultimate destination for opportunity and success. Yet, behind this polished image of economic dominance and prosperity lies a darker, less discussed reality: the growing homelessness crisis in many of America's most iconic cities. Despite the country's wealth and global influence, homelessness continues to rise at alarming rates in cities that symbolize both innovation and luxury. From the tech giants of California to the bustling streets of New York, this problem persists, creating a stark contrast between the rich and the poor. One of the later points we discuss may completely change the way you view the American dream, so be sure to stay with us until the end. Welcome to World Marvels. If you're enjoying our content so far, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. It's quick, easy, and helps us continue bringing you videos like this. 10. Women in San Francisco's homeless population. San Francisco is known worldwide for its iconic landmarks, including the Golden Gate Bridge, and its status as a hub of technological innovation, with Silicon Valley just nearby. However, beneath this surface of wealth and innovation lies a shocking reality. Approximately 7,082 homeless people live on the streets of San Francisco, making it one of the cities with the highest homeless population in the United States. While the city is admired for its beauty and the technological advancements that happen here, the high cost of living, driven by exorbitant property prices, has left many without a place to call home. Among those affected, a large number are women who face additional vulnerabilities and dangers living on the streets. The housing market in San Francisco is one of the most expensive in the world, with rent prices reaching astronomical levels. This situation creates a disturbing contrast between the luxury enjoyed by the city's wealthy tech elite and the extreme poverty experienced by thousands of people, particularly women, who are forced to live in tents or on the sidewalks. Many shelters are at capacity, and women often face a lack of safety, making this crisis especially severe. How is it that, in one of the most innovative and affluent regions in the world, so many are left behind, especially women? 9. Sacramento's struggle with housing shortage. Moving on to Sacramento, the capital of California. While Sacramento's cost of living is lower than in cities like San Francisco or Los Angeles, the homelessness crisis is still rampant. With around 9,281 homeless people, Sacramento holds the 9th spot in terms of homeless populations in the United States. Sacramento may not be as economically prosperous as San Francisco, but it still suffers from a significant housing shortage. Despite being a more affordable city for residents compared to other parts of California, Sacramento's lack of housing has led to a growing number of people finding themselves without shelter. The city is rich in history, culture, and natural beauty, but the ever-growing issue of homelessness tarnishes this reputation. This contrast between a city that many see as accessible and livable and the grim reality of thousands living on the streets makes Sacramento a striking example of how the housing crisis affects even the more affordable cities in America. 8. Phoenix's dual crisis: housing and opioids. Phoenix, Arizona, ranks number 8 on our list, with an estimated homeless population of 9,642. This city, known for its stunning desert landscapes and popular tourist destinations like Camelback Mountain, faces an escalating homelessness crisis. But unlike some other cities, the crisis here is driven by more than just housing shortages. Phoenix is also battling a devastating opioid epidemic, which has severely affected the city's homeless population. In recent years, more than 2,000 people in Arizona have died from opioid overdoses, with fentanyl being a key factor. This potent synthetic opioid has wreaked havoc, and the homeless community is one of the hardest hit. In fact, Arizona averages 5 deaths per day from opioid overdoses. This dual crisis, homelessness and a widespread drug epidemic, creates what many call a perfect storm for social collapse in Phoenix. Alongside the opioid crisis, housing costs continue to climb, making it nearly impossible for low-income residents to afford rent. As a result, many find themselves without shelter, and the streets of Phoenix are filled with those who have been displaced. The convergence of these two crises, housing and health, has made Phoenix a city in urgent need of effective, long-term solutions. 7. the deep divide in Oakland. Next, we travel to Oakland, California, a city situated on the eastern side of the San Francisco Bay. Oakland is known for its vibrant cultural diversity, its creative energy, and as a major port city. However, it's also home to 9,759 homeless individuals, placing it 7th on our list. As with other cities in California, the skyrocketing cost of housing has forced many residents out of their homes. Oakland's homelessness crisis highlights a troubling reality: the economic divide between its wealthier neighborhoods and its poorer areas. In affluent areas like Piedmont, residents live in luxury homes, while just miles away in East Oakland, entire blocks are filled with tents where homeless residents live in makeshift camps. The divide is impossible to ignore. Property managers in Oakland have reported that potential renters are often shocked by the visible homeless encampments around their buildings, making it harder to rent properties in certain areas. Oakland's situation is a vivid reminder of how economic inequality can tear a community apart. The city's cultural richness and creative spirit make it a wonderful place to live for some, but for others, it's a daily struggle just to survive. 6. San Jose, the heart of Silicon Valley's housing crisis. San Jose, the heart of Silicon Valley and the birthplace of major tech giants like Apple and Google, ranks 6th on our list, with around 9,903 homeless people. The irony of San Jose's situation is stark. Here lies a city that houses some of the world's richest individuals and companies, yet it also grapples with an ever-growing homeless population. The cost of housing in San Jose is notoriously high, with the average home price often exceeding $1 million. This makes it one of the most expensive housing markets in the country. For many residents, especially those working in service industries, education, and even public services, the cost of living has become unbearable. Many are forced to move far away from the city, while others end up on the streets. San Jose's homelessness crisis serves as a glaring example of the growing divide between the rich and the poor. While tech billionaires continue to thrive, thousands of individuals live without basic shelter. How can such wealth coexist alongside such desperate poverty? 5. Denver's housing deficit. Moving into the top 5, we come to Denver, Colorado, with a homeless population of 10,154. Known for its stunning views of the Rocky Mountains and its thriving cultural scene, Denver has become a popular destination for both tourists and new residents alike. But beneath this scenic exterior, the city is grappling with a serious housing crisis. Denver's housing shortage has reached critical levels, with a deficit of over 70,000 affordable housing units. This shortage has pushed many into homelessness, and the city now ranks 5th in the country for its homeless population. While the state of Colorado is working on solutions, such as increasing the number of affordable homes, the process has been slow, and many people are left without shelter in the meantime. Denver's crisis is a reminder that even in cities known for their natural beauty and high quality of life, the homelessness issue is very real, and without immediate action, it will only continue to worsen. 4. San Diego's coastal crisis. San Diego, California, takes the 4th spot on our list, with 10,264 homeless residents. Known for its near-perfect weather and beautiful beaches, San Diego is often considered a dream destination for tourists and retirees alike. However, this coastal paradise has its own growing homeless crisis, driven largely by the rising cost of living. As more people flock to the city for its sunny weather and laid-back lifestyle, housing prices have soared, pushing long-term residents to the edge of poverty. Many of these people have no choice but to live on the streets as the city's resources for the homeless become increasingly strained. The contrast between the luxurious beachside homes and the homeless encampments downtown is stark, making San Diego yet another city where the homeless population is a visible reminder of deeper social issues. 3. Seattle's technology boom and homelessness crisis. Seattle, Washington, ranks 3rd, with 14,144 homeless people. Known as a hub for technology and innovation, Seattle is home to major corporations like Amazon and Microsoft. However, the rapid economic growth spurred by the tech industry has brought with it a worsening homelessness problem. As the city continues to grow, housing prices have skyrocketed, and those who can't afford the rising costs have been pushed onto the streets. Homeless encampments have become a common sight in Seattle, even in areas once considered upscale. The story of Kara Bernstein, a woman who found refuge in a camp known as the Jungle, highlights the desperate lengths some people must go to in order to survive. Despite the dangers of living in such conditions, many homeless individuals in Seattle have no other option. Seattle's crisis is a clear illustration of the dark side of rapid urban growth. While tech companies thrive and the city's economy booms, thousands are left without a roof over their heads. 2. Los Angeles, the entertainment capital's hidden struggles. With a staggering homeless population of 71,312, Los Angeles ranks second on our list. Los Angeles is known worldwide as the entertainment capital, home to Hollywood and many of the world's biggest celebrities. But it's also home to one of the most severe homelessness crises in the country. The cost of living in Los Angeles has skyrocketed in recent years, leaving many residents struggling to find affordable housing. Skid Row, one of the most infamous areas in Los Angeles, is a striking example of the city's homelessness crisis. Here, entire blocks are filled with tents and makeshift shelters, with residents facing extreme poverty and harsh living conditions. The gap between the wealth of areas like Beverly Hills and the poverty of Skid Row is immense. Despite efforts to provide housing and resources to the homeless, the problem continues to grow. In addition to housing issues, Los Angeles also grapples with gang violence, particularly in areas like South Los Angeles. This combination of social problems makes Los Angeles one of the most complex cities in the country when it comes to addressing homelessness. 1. New York City, the nation's largest homeless population. Finally, at number 1, we have New York City, often referred to as the Big Apple and the largest city in the United States. Unfortunately, New York also holds the title for the highest homeless population in the country, with over 88,000 homeless individuals. For many, New York represents the ultimate destination for those seeking success and a better life. However, the reality is much more complex. New York has long been a beacon for immigrants, with newcomers arriving from countries like Colombia, Chad, Peru, and Venezuela, all hoping to start a new life. Yet, the influx of nearly 100,000 new migrants in recent years has overwhelmed the city's shelter system. Hotels, office buildings, and even makeshift camps have been used to house the homeless, but it's simply not enough. New York's reputation as a land of opportunity is being overshadowed by a growing humanitarian crisis. While the city is legally required to provide shelter for anyone who needs it, the rapid increase in the homeless population has stretched resources to their limits. As a result, many are left to sleep on the streets, waiting for a chance at temporary housing. Have you ever noticed the homeless situation in your city or town? How does it compare to what we discussed today? Let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear your thoughts. If you found this video insightful, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more content like this.